Hello folks, this is Karpe and in today's video we're going to talk about SonarQube. So this will be a getting started or a beginner's video. So we'll just talk about some basics of SonarQube and how to get started. So what is SonarQube? So this is their website, sonarcube.org, and this is a tool that helps you with code quality and security for your software project. So what that means is it looks for quality issues or security vulnerabilities issues in your code. This is only your code. This does not check the code quality or security issues in your dependencies or packages, from what I know. You use some different tools for that. But this can go through your source code and find security vulnerabilities and quality issues. So here you can notice an example. So here it says possible bugs 2 and security vulnerability 0, security hotspots, technical debt, code smells, all this. And it also refers to different versions of your software and tells what is the latest information and what is the history. And sorry, this is done continuously on your code, and this is done using some rules. These are called static code analysis rules. In general, the process itself is called static code analysis. There is a dynamic code analysis too, which I've not explored much really, but you can check it out. So we have some rules that tell what is not right, and based on these rules, SonarQube checks your source code and finds issues. So let's get started, and there are support for multiple languages. Today I'm going to show you the support for Java, one of the most used languages, among others. There's one for COBOL also. I have mostly used Java and Golang languages, and with respect to SonarQube, I've used SonarQube with the Java project. So let's get started. So the fastest way to get started with SonarQube is to use Docker. So if you don't have Docker installed, I would highly recommend you to install Docker. This will help you get started with any software, to install it very easily in your local machine and bootstrap it and play with it and then get rid of it too very easily. So I have Docker running in my machine. So to run SonarQube, you run this command docker run -d detached mode, like kind of like daemon, and you give a name to the Docker container that you're going to create, and we expose a port 9000. This is the port in which SonarQube runs, and this is our Docker image. You can find this on Docker Hub. Over here. Okay, so let's get started. I will run this. So it is running. I can check the logs over here. So yep. So now I can go to localhost 9000. Oops. Okay, it's still running it. Okay, it's taking some time to put up. Okay, so HTTP connector enabled on port 9000. Yep. SonarQube is started. Mhm. Okay. So while this is starting, I'll give you some more information on SonarQube. So SonarQube as a product has open source products and paid products. So the one that I just showed you using Docker is actually the open source version, the free and open source community edition. There are some more editions like developer edition, and then there is enterprise edition and data center edition. Um, so developer edition is again like paid, and enterprise and data center too. Only the only free one is the community edition. It's good enough to start with and to get your hands dirty. Depending on your organization, if you are the person looking into SonarQube, you could talk to SonarQube, officials, and check it out. Get a demo or request a trial license. And with the trial license, you can check out the features that they provide and see if it's really useful for you. So, SonarQube is already running for me here, and I can log in. So, the default username and password is, I think, okay, let's see. Username, okay. Oh, yeah, got it. Okay. So, the default username and password is admin. You can find this in the get started 2 minutes tryout SonarQube thing. So let me type admin and login. Okay, cool. So I have gotten into the SonarQube dashboard, and there are no projects currently, and then there is something called favorites. I'm going to just go with all, and I'm going to create a project. So I have a project here. So it's a demo project that I have, demo Gradle project. So I'm just going to type demo Gradle project for the project key, and the display name could be the same. I'm okay with that. Cool. So I've set it up. So it is asking me to generate a token, and it's asking me to name the token. So I'm just going to say a demo Gradle project again. So the token is used to identify when identify you when an analysis is performed. If it has been compromised, you can revoke it at any point. So you have to use this token to. So SonarQube is a server software. So you use a client-side software to actually communicate with SonarQube, and then ask it to run an analysis on your project. Okay. So I'm just going to say generate and get this token. And continue over here. So it's asking me run an analysis on your project, and what is your project. So I have a Java project, and I'm using Gradle. So it is asking me to copy this, and I'll open my project using IntelliJ. Okay. So IntelliJ is an IDE that I use for my Java and Kotlin projects. It's pretty good. You can check it out. So this is the community edition of IntelliJ. There is a paid version too. Check it out here. Community edition 2020.2. That's the version. Cool. So I have my Gradle project. SonarQube is helping me with getting started with my analyzing my project using Gradle. So there is already a plugin section that I have in my Gradle. If you have not used Gradle before, it's a build tool, and it helps you run your build tests and any sort of tasks that you want on your software project. So I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that the SonarQube plugin that SonarQube asked me to download has been downloaded. So it says running an analysis with Gradle is straightforward, and you need to declare your org.SonarQube plugin in your build.gradle. So that's my build.gradle. So now to run SonarQube, the analysis, I'll have to run this. I could have just done this here. Let's run that. So if you notice, it says the project key is this, and this is the SonarQube host URL, and this is the secret key to identify me. And yep, so if you see, there are some logs going on in SonarQube now. And if you go to the dashboard, you can see how it says, quality gate status, and if you hover over it, says it's a set of measure-based Boolean conditions. It helps you to immediately, know immediately whether your project is production ready. And if it's not passed, you'll have to see what measures, which measures caused the problem and the values required to pass. Yeah. So now it's all passing. Maybe I could write some bad code and make it fail. I don't know, like what files do we have? This is a demo project, so let's see. So according to SonarQube, to-dos are not good. So I'm just going to say to-do, this is a demo to-do blah blue wire. So I'm just going to run this whole thing again, and let's see what happens this time. Okay, so it has run, and missing blame information for the following files is related to missing or broken features. Okay. Now let's reload, and it says there is one code smell, right? It says all conditions pass. It says one code smell, and if you look through this, it will tell you that complete the task associated to this to-do command. Why is this an issue? So it says track uses of to-do tags. To-do tags are commonly used to mark places where some more code is required, but which the developer wants to implement later. Sometimes the developer will not have the time or will simply forget to get back to the tag. So this rule is meant to track those tags and to ensure that they do not go unnoticed. Cool. So this is one of the rules, and you can actually find the rule in the list of rules that SonarQube has. So SonarQube has tons of rules actually. I can show you all the rules. So this is a list of rules. You can also go to rules.sonarsource.com to check out all the rules that SonarQube has. I believe these are the open source rules. I don't know if I'm guessing there might be some closed source paid rules. So the rules are there for every language that SonarQube supports. So I'm using Java, so I can click on Java. So you can notice rules.sonarsource.com/Java is the list of rules. So there are 597 rules that SonarQube supports out of the box for a community edition or the free open source edition. So you can search the rules. So the rule that I was looking at was to do, and each rule has a number. So this rule's number is 1135. And if you notice, if you go back, you can notice, this 1135 coming up here. So it's called Java and then S and then 1135. I don't know what is this. I think it means smell. I'm not sure. But the 1135 is significant here. It refers to the number that, refers to the rule number here. So you can check out all the rules over here. Each rule has a mention about is it a vulnerability or a code smell, and what kind of issue is it? Is it like a blocker? So there are different levels of issues. You can go check it out. Some could be just information. Some could be just major blocker. So there is a a table that defines what is a blocker and what is an information and stuff like that. So if the impact is high and the likelihood is high, it's a blocker. So that's how it just goes on, impact and likelihood. The to-do rule that we had was actually information. So yep, it's not exactly very big, like critical major article. It's not even minor. Cool. So that is about how to get started with SonarQube, and you can actually go through all the rules and see how it all works. So there is more options in SonarQube that you can go check out. Um, yep, that's all I have for this video. Thank you. Bye bye. Have fun with SonarQube.